on, big YouTube? It is Charles, and today we are back with my favorite comic book universe. I'm talking about Blade Runner and the book that got and the character that got me started into this wonderful comic world, Blade Runner Black Lotus. Uh, Very, very, very strong book. This is Blade Runner Black Lotus Las Vegas, which continues directly after the initial Blade Runner Black Lotus comic book, which actually got its beginnings in the Blade Runner Black Lotus cartoon on Cartoon Network. It's actually the cartoon that got me into the comic books. I have not seen the movie yet, but I've read every comic book, and there are a lot that you can choose from, be it Blade Runner 2019, Blade Runner 2049, Blade Runner Tokyo Nexus, Blade Runner Black Lotus, and much, much more. So let's get into this issue from Titan Comics. And they start off giving a rundown of L, who was a replicant designed by Leander Wallace to be an assassin so he could take over the company. But she ended up escaping and blinding him in the process. And when she escaped to the desert. That's where we go from the cartoon to the first series of the comic book, where she falls in with a commune that is off the grid. And they are being besieged by a local mining community, and she ends up kind of being taking up the mantle for this community. And so we leave there. She's leaving the community. Leander Wallace, blinded but alive, is still on the hunt for L, aka Black Lotus. And so we check back with him trying to put together a Blade Runner unit to go after her, including replicants and humans, and the original Blade Runner that is actually injured in pursuit during the cartoon. So she's back, and he actually gets her surgery to walk again, which shows another level of cruelty, as he had this Blade Runner in his employ who had been shelved until he found her useful. And so that shows some of the cruelty of Leander. And while she's out in the desert, she notices a gang of desert-type pirates robbing a train for goods, and she trails them, trying to surreptitiously see what they're going on and maybe scavenge some food, but she gets caught. And in the melee, we come across another powerful entity that seems to be a corporation in charge of transport, from my understanding. Let's see here. But they seem to be on par with what am I saying? Wait, let's see here. Okay, yeah, Wallace Corp. So Wallace Corp is the group that does the replicants. And this group seems to be on par with them, and they're called Breaker Solutions. And so it seems, that they, in the process of going after these desert-type pirates, this gang, they stumble across Wallace Corp and find out that they have a bounty on her. So now, not only is Wallace Corp after her, but this new entity as well. And she finds herself to the only place near that seems like it'd be a safe place, and that is the abandoned Las Vegas. Abandoned because of a dirty bomb that was set off. And on the last page, we have a big reveal that I'm not going to show you, but it really does add a whole new layer of complexity and possible lore into the Blade Runner universe. And so I'm not going to spoil it to you. I tried to be very general in this, because there's so much fun to discover in the book, and that's the joy of comic books. Not listening to this old nerd tell you beat for beat what happened, but give you a taste and see if it's something that you want to check out. And I highly recommend Blade Runner Black Lotus Las Vegas #1. And I will admit, bias, it is my favorite comic universe, but besides that, It has a very deep lore that, they do a good job in every issue of giving you a little backstory, a little preamble before you get in it, so it's not too difficult to go in and out of the series. You don't have to read all the books, but when you read all the books, you really get the most out of it. So that's my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment. If you like it, subscribe, tell your friends, share the joy and the love of comic books. So I don't need the money, I don't need the monetization, but I would like to be in front of everybody that could maybe use this type of content. So subscribe, like if you like, share, and most importantly, keep reading them books. I'm out.